Hello everyone, Red or the Banisher here, aka at Rymok1, and in this video, I will be going over some of my favorite mythics that I use every day. I'll show you how and where to get the leads for each one and what they can do. So, let's get it. So, first things first, let's talk about the add-on Display Leads by Remosito. If you use or have access to add-ons, this one is essential for finding all of the leads in the game. Once you have the add-on, you can keybind the menu to any key that you choose. Opening this window gives you the option to see every antiquity and every lead in the game. You can search by either zone or by specific mythic/antiquity. Each lead shown tells you the zone location and the act that must be done to get the said lead. So if you want all the antiquities or just some of the most powerful mythics, I recommend this add-on. It's great. If you're new to the game or just new to antiquities, that's okay. I'll link my starter antiquities video in the description of this video. It has all of the information you need to get started on your antiquities journey. You can only have one mythic equipped on your character at a time, but the first essential mythic I want to show you is the Oakensoul Ring. And what it does, while equipped, you are unable to weapon swap, basically locking you into a one-bar setup. However, the amount of major and minor buffs it gives you is unparalleled. For solo players or even group play, this mythic is still one of the most powerful mythics in the game and is highly versatile for creating builds. The first lead for the Oakensoul Ring is Igneous Inlays, and this is obtained by doing volcanic vents in the zone of High Isle. Volcanic vents are the world event for the zone, much like dolmens, geysers, and Harrow storms. There are 7 vents in the zone, and you can tell which vent is up and active by traveling to the zone and seeing crossed swords over the top of the one that is active. Mythic lead drops are rare, and some may take you many hours to get, while others may drop after the first attempt. The RNG can get very frustrating, so my advice is to stay patient and just come back to the lead on another day if it's causing too much stress or frustration for you. Alright, so the second lead for Oakensoul Ring is Larimar Gems. This is obtained by killing the Mudcrab world boss in the zone of Stormhaven. The boss can be located in Stormhaven in the southwestmost corner of the zone shown here on your map. The third lead for Oakensoul Ring is the Petrified Oak Loop. This lead is obtained by opening safe boxes in the zone of Murkmire. Go to Murkmire, and then go to the southernmost city of Lilmoth. From here, you can find safe boxes inside of most trespassed houses, as well as the Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, and the Inn. In my opinion, this may be the most frustrating lead to get the Oakensoul Mythic, so may the RNG gods give you favor. The fourth lead for the Oakensoul Ring Mythic is the Sacred Resin. This is obtained by killing or looting random mobs in the zone of Malabal Tor. This lead is pretty easy to get, just spend a day questing and killing everything in the zone and you'll be just fine. The fifth lead for Oakensoul Mythic is the Stone Shank Frame, and this is obtained by harvesting ore nodes in the zone of High Isle. Ore nodes are the iron, rubidite, voidsteel, etc., whatever ore is present for your character. These nodes will have a chance to drop the lead. Every jewelry node found spawned after the ore node can also count, so spend some time farming nodes in the zone of High Isle and you will get the lead. The second essential mythic I use is the Ring of the Wild Hunt. This mythic increases your movement speed by 15% while in combat and 45% while out of combat. Again, you can only have one mythic equipped at a time. I like to use this mythic on all of my characters when I'm doing my daily writs. It's also really good for scroll running in Cyrodiil, puzzles like the one in the Infinite Archive, and it also increases your swim speed by the same percent as well, making this one of the most valuable mythics if you want to go zoom zoom. The first lead for the Ring of the Wild Hunt is the Band of Water. This is obtained by killing bosses in the public dungeon Badman's Hollow. You can find this dungeon in the zone of Glenumbra, just west of Daggerfall City, shown here on your map. Once inside the public dungeon, you can see the bosses on my map shown here. Pro tip, there is also a lead that drops for the Ring of the Pale Order mythic in this dungeon. That happens when you kill and loot mobs, so make sure if you get a lead drop, it's the one you're actually hoping to get. The second lead for the Ring of the Wild Hunt is Charm of the Shapeless. This is obtained by killing/looting world bosses or delve bosses in the zone of Murkmire. There are 2 world bosses and 2 delves that have a boss in them as well. So if you're having trouble finding a group to do the world bosses, just farm the delve bosses instead. The third lead for the Ring of the Wild Hunt is Face of the Serpent. This is obtained by killing/looting the final boss in the dungeon Elden Hollow 1. This dungeon can be found in the zone of Grotwood, right in the center of Eldenroot City. And yes, the lead will drop on normal mode, making farming this lead much easier. The fourth lead for the Ring of the Wild Hunt is Face of the Wolf Beast. This is obtained by defeating and looting world bosses in the zone of Malabal Tor. There are 6 world bosses total in the zone to farm for the lead. The fifth lead for Ring of the Wild Hunt is Symbol of Y'ffre. This is obtained by defeating/looting world bosses in the zone of Greenshade. There are 6 world bosses in this zone, but 2 of them are very close together, shown here on my map. This makes for quick farming when going for the lead. The next essential mythic I want to show you is Mora's Whisper. This is a light shoulder piece, and again you can only have 1 mythic equipped at a time, but this one gives you 1528 crit, and 10% increased inspiration, which is for your crafting lines, and alliance skill XP, which is for your PvP skill lines, and 15% monster kill XP. This percent is based on your Shalador's library collected, aka lore books. This mythic is excellent for leveling characters' champion points and certain skill lines. The first and third leads of the Mora's Whisper mythic can be obtained within the same place, the Atoll of Emulation, aka Oblivion Portals. These portals can be found in the zones of Blackwood and the Deadlands. You get the Bloodshot Oculus lead by killing and looting Watchers, and you get the Sultoric Tentacle lead by killing and looting Watchlings while within the atoll. The Watchlings lead is the hardest one to get, since there are very few instances where you get to loot a Watchling. My advice would be to find and kill a pack of trash ads that have multiple Watchlings in them, and then just wait for them to respawn, repeat that over and over until you can get the lead. The second lead for the Mora's Whisper mythic is the Lurker Skin Sheath. This is obtained by looting treasure chests inside the Vile Manse public dungeon. The Vile Manse is located in the zone of Reaper's March at the far northwest part of the map. Once inside, you can loot chests shown by my map here to get a chance to get the lead drop. The fourth lead for Mora's Whisper is the Seeker Sinew Thread. You obtain this lead by farming cloth nodes in the zone of the Deadlands. Look for torn cloth nodes throughout the zone to get a chance at getting the lead. The fifth lead for Mora's Whisper is the Twitching Eyeball. This is obtained by killing/looting the Watcher boss in the Imperial City Prison dungeon. This dungeon is located in the zone of Cyrodiil, but you can fast travel to it from any way shrine. You do not have to enter Cyrodiil. The Watcher boss is the third boss of the dungeon, and yes, it can be ran on normal mode. I usually just run and then get to the boss, kill it, port back out, repair, reset the dungeon by switching the difficulty from normal to vet, then back to normal, and then I'll go back in and rerun it. Rinse and repeat until you can get the lead. The Imperial City Prison dungeon also has a lot of Watcher mobs in it, not Watchlings, just Watchers. So it can be beneficial to run the dungeon to get the leads number 1 and number 5. The last mythic I want to showcase is the Ring of the Pale Order. This ring restores 20% of the damage you deal as health. The value is decreased by 4% per ally in your group, and you can only be healed by yourself. So for solo play, especially arenas like Vatishran, Maelstrom, and the Infinite Archive, this ring is very good. The more damage you deal, the more you can heal. This ring pairs well with skills like Brawler and Crushing Wall paired with an Ice Staff, or sets like Hexos Ward. The first lead for the Ring of the Pale Order is the Hourmine Ancestral Signet. You can obtain this lead by looting treasure chests in the zone of Bankurai. As it is with most zones, stick to the outer edges of the zone. There will be more chests as you make your way around the zone. The second lead for the Ring of the Pale Order is the Dureni Elegy Loop. This is obtained by farming the boss in the delve Cold Rock Diggings. This delve can be found in the zone of Alakir Desert, located here shown on your map. Once inside the delve, the boss is in the bottom left corner of the delve. The third lead for the mythic Ring of the Pale Order is the Onyx Accent Stones. This lead is obtained by defeating/looting world bosses in the zone of Hrothgar. There are 6 world bosses total in the zone that you can defeat. If you travel to Chateau Ray Shrine, shown here on the map, and then go south to this little village just above the main city, here you can grab the world boss daily quest. Having this to share for a group will guarantee you get help, as there are always players in the zone of Hrothgar farming for gear. The fourth lead for the Ring of the Pale Order is Order Etched Gallery Rail. This lead is obtained in the public dungeon Badman's Hollow. Badman's Hollow is located in the zone of Glenumbra, just west of Daggerfall City. This lead drops from regular mobs that you kill and loot inside of the dungeon. There is also a lead that drops from killing the bosses, and that is the lead for the Ring of the Wild Hunt. So if you get a lead drop in this dungeon, make sure it is the right one that you are looking for. The fifth lead for the Ring of the Pale Order Mythic is the Pale Order's Golden Band. To get this lead, go to the zone of the Reach, then go underground to Blackreach. From there, travel to the Night Hollow Way Shrine. Once inside of Night Hollow Keep, you will come to this spot shown here on the map. Here on this table is an ancient text. Reading this gives you the lead. This is a quest-locked area, so unfortunately, you will have to do the Night Hollow story/quest to gain access inside of the keep. Well, that's it for this video, folks. I hope it helped you get some leads to some mythics you may have wanted, and I thank you so much for watching. Till next time, this is Rydor, out. This video is intended for educational purposes only. Rydor is not responsible for your RNG or lack of thereof. Your results may vary. Mythics left out of this video are not subject to ridicule, rather lack of content creator time. Mythics are great.